Welcome along to the Royal Sports Betzone, and this week it's a bumper week of FA Cup action. I'm delighted to say, joining me today to look ahead to all the big games of the weekend, fresh from his schoolboy days and doing some bit of homework, is Chris Perry. What's this, school reunion or something?
Well, I saw you last time, obviously wearing a tie that didn't actually match what you were wearing, so I thought I'd show you how it's done.
Are you going to school disco tonight?
Yep, school disco.
School disco?
Yep.
OK. Well, anyway, while you've been away, Chris, I don't know if you've been noticing all the winning tips that I've been giving here on the Betzone and also in my column on the Royal Sports website. What do you think of all those?
I think you've been doing well, yeah, without me, but
well,
there you go.
You sound shocked by that.
I'm not shocked at all. No, you've always done fairly well, but you are on a hot streak at the moment. Well,
mate, I tell you what, it's a very tricky weekend this weekend for the FA Cup, and we're going to start off with a game on Friday night, 7:55 on BBC One. Now, the television cameras are out in force trying to find the shock. Will they find one at the Abbey Stadium? Cambridge are 15-1 to win this game against Manchester United, who are 1-5 favourites. Chris, Man United haven't conceded in their last 3 games away from home. They've only lost 1 in 10 away from Old Trafford. Will we get a shock here?
I don't think we'll see a shock here. No, Man United have only lost 1 of 40 games against lower league opposition in this competition, so I don't see it happening, unfortunately, for Cambridge. Great that they've got back into the league this year, but there's no shock here, I don't think.
Big game for Luke Chadwick, former Manchester United winger. He'll be looking very excited to score against his former side. There's no double bubble this week because it's only in the Premier League, and the team news is crucial, isn't it?
I think, yeah, you have to wait and see who United are going to pick. I think they'll play a fairly strong side. They played a strong side at Yeovil and struggled for a while but came through it. I expect them to win the game. I actually like James Wilson, scored against QPR last week, and I fancy him to score again. First goal scorer, he's 9-2. I think that's decent.
James Wilson, 9-2. It's the best price in the industry about James Wilson here at Boyle Sports. I quite like Man United to win 0. Very professional performance against Yeovil. It's a much better way to bet than bet the 5-1 on. They're 4-5 to win 0. Please tell me you don't agree with me there, Chris.
I do actually agree with you. I actually think Man United have run out easy winners at 3-0, which is 11-2.
3-0. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win, but the Man United win 0 is definitely in my weekend treble, which is enhanced by Ball Sports, we'll come on to at the end of the show. OK, we're going to go to BT Sport now, 5:30. This game is on Saturday. It's Liverpool against Bolton. We've got Liverpool here 1-3 to win the game. Bolton at 17-2, and the draw 17-4. Now, what team will Brendan Rodgers put out for Liverpool is the question you've got to ask yourself, with a massive cup second leg against Chelsea in midweek, and also now they look at a team that could be a bit of charge for a top 4 finish.
Yeah, they're in good form, you know, Liverpool. They had a fantastic performance against Chelsea in the week. I expect them to play again a strong team. It's a competition they really need to win. I think it doesn't look like they're going to win the Champions League. They've going to struggle against Chelsea, I think, in the League Cup second leg. So I think they need to go out and pick a strong team and try and win the game.
And Liverpool only lost once in their last 15 games. And I've been their biggest critic here on the Betzone. I didn't think they'd ever have this kind of form here, but I do think they'll win here. But if you look at Anfield games with Liverpool, both teams have scored in their last 4 matches.
Yep.
And Bolton have only lost once in their last 12 matches as well. They're in a bit of form.
They are. Since Neil Lennon took over, they've really picked up their form, and I actually fancy both teams to score and Liverpool to win here at 9-5.
Both teams have scored it in their last 6 matches. Bolton themselves have obviously got a goal-scoring record, and that goal-scoring record comes from a certain Emil Heskey and Ida Johnson. Now, I didn't think I'd get to say this on the Bet Zone, but there's currently some players here that you would have marked.
I've marked both of those in my side.
I'm saying, they're the only 2.
Yeah, well, I'll be making a comeback soon.
James Wilson, you're old enough to be James Wilson's dad, and then the next game we're talking about, you've marked them 2.
Yeah, well, I haven't got any of those 2 down as my first goal scorer. I think first goal scorer here might be Ricky Lambert at 7-2. Scored a goal at Villa last time he actually got on the pitch, and I expect he might do again. 7 of the last 10 of the last Bolton games have seen under 2.5 goals. I think Liverpool will show their class here. I don't fancy goals, I really don't. I think Liverpool to win 0 is a second part of my win 0 treble. Chris disagrees with me, which is fantastic news for anyone backing the Liverpool to win 0. OK, Sunday, BBC One, 2 o'clock, and without doubt for me, the trickiest one of all the bets and all the matches on the FA coupon this weekend. Bristol City at home to West Ham. Pick the bones out, Mr. Perry. I actually agree with you. I think on this one, this could be where there might be a shock. I don't think there will be a shock. I fancy the draw here at 5-2 to be half decent. I think Bristol City are very, very strong at home. And West Ham's away record isn't fantastic. They've only won 3 of 11 away games this season. Yeah,
they've only lost once all season. They've only conceded 9 goals at home at Ashton Gate. Bristol City, I think, you know, people will back them at 11-4, but I agree with you here. I think the draw is a great runner at 5-2. West Ham will be happy with a draw, get them back to the bowling grounds. Do we expect goals?
I do expect goals in this one, yeah. I think both teams to score in the draw. You can get around 10-3, which is good. I actually like Matt Smith, the scorer here. Matt Smith has scored 9 in his...
He's Doctor Who, wasn't he?
He was. He's a fantastic Doctor Who, but he's now playing.
Is that why he's not Doctor anymore?
He's playing as well now, and he scored 9 in his last 7 games for Bristol City.
That's when you see where the Doctor went there. He's gone to Bristol. I think Doctor Who's filmed at Bristol as well. Doctor Who is filmed. Yeah, it is. So there we go. Okay, so West Ham won. The thing is, they draw a lot of games. It was their first win in 7, the 3-0 win against Hull. They've drawn 4 games previous to that, but they had the last 5 of their last 6 games. Both teams have scored, and 7 of the last 10. The last time Bristol City beat West Ham was back in 1978, and they have played a few times in the Championship since then.
Not too many times, have they? You know, I don't think you can read a lot into that. I think Bristol City this season are on top form, and to go to Ashton Gate's always quite a difficult place to go to. There's no stand at one end now; they're rebuilding, so it's going to be a funny sort of atmosphere for West Ham to get used to, I think. Okay, so we're both going to go for the draw here at 5-2. If there is a potential shock, this could be the one, but I think it will go back to a replay in East London next week. Okay, go to BT Sport 4 o'clock on Sunday again, and the defending Cup winners, Arsenal, they make a tough trip down south to Brighton. Now, 3 weeks ago, you'd have turned around and said, this is an absolute certain away win. Are we saying that now? I still think it's a certain away win. I think Arsenal, coming off the fantastic result against Man City, will go there full of confidence, and they will make changes, but I still expect them to win. Brighton, though, Chris Hughton's done a great job since coming in. Yeah, obviously bringing the Chris Hughton factor, former Tottenham player, that boosted side. Brighton, obviously, they got beat by Arsenal in the FA Cup 2 years ago, 3-2 at home. We're expecting goals? I do expect goals in this one, yeah. I think both teams might score in this one, and Arsenal will win it 21-10. I don't fancy goals again. We're here, another disagreement. 4 of the last 5 games have been under 2.5 goals in Brighton games. And if you look at Arsenal, they've kept clean sheets in their last 3 matches. And it all happens to be since Koscielny came back. Absolutely. Well, I've said that in the past. When Koscielny
I think
plays,
I said it.
I think you'll find it with me. We'll go back through the tapes.
Tapes? How old are you? Tapes. So videos. Go through the videos. Go through the beat
tapes in my day.
Okay. Go through the tapes. Oh, I think I said it. Anyway, we'll disagree on that one. But Koscielny is the main man, obviously, and he is a massive influence to this team. He is, but again, I would wait for the team news. You never know whether he's going to play for Arsenal. He may well get rested. They've got some big games coming up. For me, Arsenal -1 on the handicap's actually a decent better at 6-4. 6-4, Arsenal -1. Ospina, obviously a goalkeeper. We don't even know if he's any good. He's had a shot. 2 games he's played. I don't think he's had a shot to deal with. Is he a good goalkeeper or not? Who knows? We'll find out, hopefully. So you're not going to say whether he's a good goalkeeper?
I'm saying if he's at Arsenal, generally you'd expect him to be a good goalkeeper, but
is he a good goalkeeper?
They haven't got a great record in the past, so you never know. Okay, you'll find that I did say Koscielny was the key man there. But obviously the big thing for Arsenal here is the players they are bringing back are obviously top players. Ramsey, Ozil, Walcott. They need match time, and they're going to get it going. So it's going to be a strong Arsenal team. It will be a strong Arsenal team, whatever team they put out. Walcott, first goal scorer, 6-1, I like. Walcott, first goal scorer, 6-1 for Chris. I like Arsenal to win 0 at 17-10, because I think the class difference now between the Premier League and all the other divisions is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and we'll see that this weekend. Okay, we go to Monday. The class difference show here. Rochdale have done wonders in the last couple of seasons. They're at home to Stoke. What's your thoughts, Chris? Can't see past another Premier League win here. I think Stoke will be too strong and too good. I fancy Stoke to win 0 here at 7-4. 7-4, Stoke win 0. Common theme throughout these games is all the Premier League sides to win 0. Stoke are going about their business very well. They've only lost once in the last 6, pretty much unnoticed. Could they be a dark horse for the Premier League, for the FA Cup? Well, they could, yeah. I mean, they've got a decent record, obviously, in the last few years. They're playing in good form at the moment. They've won 4 of their 5 away FA Cup games against lower division sides, so I would expect them to come and win this game. I think they'll definitely win this game. They'll go far in the competition. Depends on the draw. If they can avoid some of the big guns, then they've got every chance. And they struggled in the third round when they finally got through 3-1 against Wrexham. I don't think this is going to be as clear-cut as Chris does. I don't think there's many goals. And I think 0-0 here, or no goal scorer at 9-1 could be a way to play, because I think this is going to be a very difficult game for Stoke. But again, if they get the replay back, they show their class in the Premier League. Okay, my bet with you this weekend is a treble. It's a Ball Sports enhanced treble. It's 12-1, and it's the following teams to win 0. Arsenal to win 0. They're at home away to Brighton. Liverpool to win 0 at home to Bolton, and Manchester United to win 0 away at Cambridge. What's your bet this week, Chris? My bet this week is going to be. It's a tough one this week, you know. I'm going to go for. This is what we pay in, Chris. I'm going to go for the draw. Bristol City West Ham draw 5-2. Get on it. This is the only thing we have to do. When you come in the show, you have to have a bet, right? And when we get to the stage, you bet, it's a tough one. I wouldn't ask you if it was easy, would I? You're asking for my nap.
Yes.
I've given you loads of bets.
No, you've got all these stats. You must have a nap.
My nap. Bristol City, West Ham is going to be a draw, 5-2.
There you go. That's the Bet Zone. There's Chris Perry. Done all the research, but nothing behind it. See you all next week.